Mobile phone 2. Phone's signal clue, the game changer. Corrie's mobile phone was a key breakthrough in the investigation. At around 4 to 4:20 a.m., roughly an hour after Corrie was last seen, his phone pinged a signal that traveled out of Bury St Edmunds and headed toward Barton Mills, a village near Red Lodge. The path his phone took exactly mirrored the route of a bin lorry that had collected waste from the service area Corrie had entered. The signal stopped later that morning, believed to be inside a landfill site near Milton, outside Cambridge. This strongly suggested Corrie may have been inside a bin that was loaded into the lorry. Underscore 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 underscore. Wastebasket 3. Bin weight controversy, critical misunderstanding. Initial assumption. Police were initially told the bin collected from the Horseshoe area contained only 11 kilograms, about 24 pounds, of waste. That amount was considered far too low to include an adult male. Corrie weighed around 90 kilograms / 198 pounds. So investigators initially dismissed the bin theory, thinking Corrie must have left by another, unseen route or been abducted. Corrected data. Months later, it was discovered the actual bin weight was much higher, between 100 and 116 kilograms, 220 to 255 pounds. This was due to a clerical error or a problem with the truck's weight recording system. Once this error was corrected, the bin theory regained full credibility. Corrie could absolutely have been in that bin. This revelation shifted the investigation's focus to the likelihood that Corrie had climbed, or fallen, into the bin, likely while intoxicated, and was tragically crushed inside the waste compactor of the lorry. Underscore 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 underscore. Magnifying glass tilted left. Summary of key developments. Clue/action details. CCTV reviewed 2,000 plus hours. Traced Corrie until 3:25 a.m. No exit scene. Witnesses interviewed 1,843 people questioned. Phone data signal followed exact route of bin lorry toward landfill. Initial bin weight believed to be 11 kilograms, too low for human body. Corrected bin weight actually 100 to 116 kilograms, enough to contain Corrie. 1. Operation Phonetic, one of the largest investigations in Suffolk police history. Following the emergence of the bin lorry theory and corrected bin weight data, Suffolk police escalated the investigation to a major operation, officially named Magnifying Glass Tilted Left Operation Phonetic. Launched late 2016. Cost over £2.1 million. Man-hours, more than 34,000 hours of investigative work. Personnel involved, dozens of officers, specialists, and landfill technicians. Purpose, to follow every possible lead in Corrie's disappearance, focusing heavily on the landfill search as the primary scenario. This was a massive financial and logistical undertaking, reflecting how seriously the force treated the case. Underscore 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 underscore. Wastebasket 2. Landfill excavation at Milton. Magnifying glass tilted left. Why Milton landfill? Corrie's mobile phone signal was traced from Bury St Edmunds to Milton landfill, matching the path of the bin lorry that collected waste from the area where Corrie was last seen. This led police to believe that his body may have been compacted in the bin truck and disposed of at Milton landfill in the early morning of September 24, 2016. Building construction, the search. First phase. March to July 2017, 5 months. A police and specialist team sifted through thousands of tons of compacted waste. The search zone was based on GPS and waste collection logs, but because waste is not evenly spread and landfill layers shift, it was like finding a needle in a haystack. Despite painstaking work, no human remains or personal items belonging to Corrie were found. Second phase, October to December 2017. After reassessing GPS, bin schedules, and waste patterns, the team launched a second targeted excavation. Again, the operation involved heavy machinery, manual sorting, and environmental health precautions. Still, no conclusive evidence of Corrie was recovered. The landfill site was extremely dangerous and unstable, requiring stringent health and safety measures for search teams. Underscore 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 underscore. Clipboard 3. Independent review confirms bin Laurie theory. In early 2018, an independent review was conducted by the East Midlands Special Operations Unit, EMSQ. Brain their conclusions. Suffolk Police had exhausted all reasonable lines of inquiry. The bin Laurie scenario remained the only credible explanation for Corrie's disappearance. The possibility that Corrie had climbed or fallen into the bin while heavily intoxicated and accidentally died from compaction injuries was viewed as the most plausible. The failure to recover his remains was attributed to compaction destruction, depth of burial, and decomposition within the waste mass. This independent review helped validate Suffolk Police's approach, despite public frustration and ongoing skepticism from some of Corrie's family members. Underscore 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 underscore. Magnifying glass tilted left summary table. Aspect details. Operation name, Operation Phonetic. Cost over £2.1 million. Man-hours 34,000 plus. Landfill searched Milton Landfill, near Cambridge. Search duration 2 major phases, March, July, and October, Dec. 2017. Result: no remains found, but bin Laurie theory upheld. Independent review EMSQ confirmed police followed all reasonable leads. End of the search, March 2018. By March 2018, after 2 intensive landfill search operations and over 18 months of investigation, Suffolk Police officially ended Operation Phonetic. And why did they stop? Despite a massive search effort at Milton Landfill, sifting through thousands of tons of waste over nearly a year, no trace of Corrie's body or belongings had been found. A police stated that all realistic and credible lines of inquiry had been exhausted. The case, while technically still open, was essentially closed as a missing person investigation with the bin Laurie theory as the only plausible explanation. All of the evidence indicates Corrie was tragically taken to the landfill site in a bin Laurie. Suffolk Police, 2018. Underscore 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 underscore. Adult man boy 2. Family frustration and protest. Corrie's family, especially his father, Martin McKeague, and mother, Nicola Urquhart, had been deeply involved and vocal throughout the investigation. Man red hair Martin McKeague, father, believed Corrie had died in the bin Laurie and accepted the landfill explanation as the most probable outcome. However, when police announced they were stopping the search, Martin blockaded the landfill site himself, claiming that the search area had not been fully excavated. He demanded the police resume the search and voiced concerns about unsearched sections of the landfill. Nicola Oakhart's mother. Initially skeptical of the bin theory, she raised questions about the initial bin weight recording error, reported as 11 kilograms, later revised to over 100 kilograms. The lack of any physical evidence, such as clothing, bones, or Corrie's phone. The possibility of foul play, suggesting Corrie could have been attacked or abducted and his body disposed of by other means. Both parents were united in their grief, but divided on belief. Martin leaned toward the bin lorry theory. Nicola remained suspicious and believed the case warranted further scrutiny, especially into the handling of evidence and early police missteps. Underscore 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 exclamation mark 3. Ongoing family doubts and public debate. Family concerns. Was everything truly searched? Some family members and supporters believed that key sections of the landfill had not been properly searched. Why no trace? Even if Corrie had entered the bin, many people asked, why were no personal effects found, e.g., wallet, watch, phone, or clothing? Initial weight data misled the investigation. The critical early mistake about the bin's weight delayed the landfill theory by weeks. Conspiracy theories and foul play. Online forums and public speculation continued to explore alternate theories, such as abduction, cover-ups, or accidental death elsewhere. Underscore 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 underscore. Endero's summary of this phase. Event details. Search ended March 2018. Suffolk police declared all leads exhausted. Martin McKeague protested blockaded landfill to protest that search was not fully completed. Family divided. Father accepted bin lorry theory. Mother remained suspicious. Concerns raised bin weight error, lack of remains, doubts about thoroughness, foul play theories. The inquest, March 7 to 22, 2022. After nearly 6 years of investigation, speculation, and family advocacy, a formal inquest was held to determine the cause and circumstances of Corrie McKeague's death. Classical building. What is an inquest? An inquest is a legal inquiry conducted by a coroner's court to investigate the death of someone who died in uncertain, sudden, or unnatural circumstances. The purpose is not to assign guilt, but to establish who died, when, where, and how. Stopwatch duration. The inquest lasted 3 weeks, from 7 to March 22, 2022. Underscore 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 underscore. Magnifying glass tilted right 2. The 4 theories examined. The inquest panel and jury examined 4 possible scenarios. Theory description. Accident. Corrie entered a bin while intoxicated and was crushed by a bin lorry. Foul play. Corrie was assaulted, abducted, or murdered. Voluntary disappearance. Corrie faked his disappearance and went off the grid. Abduction. He was taken against his will by unknown individuals. Open file folder evidence considered. CCTV analysis. Bin weight logs. Mobile phone data, which mirrored bin lorry route. Testimonies from waste workers, police, and expert witnesses. Corrie's history of sometimes sleeping in bins or doorways when drunk. underscore 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 underscore. Coffin 3. The verdict: death by misadventure / compression asphyxia. On March 22, 2022, the jury delivered their official conclusion. Corrie McKeague climbed into a commercial waste bin while intoxicated during the early hours of September 24, 2016, and subsequently died of compression asphyxia when the bin was emptied into a waste truck. 4 o'clock time of death. Registered as approximately 4:20 a.m., coinciding with the bin collection from the horseshoe area. Locked with key important detail. The bin lid was not properly locked or secured, which allowed for unnoticed human entry. This ruling legally established how and when Corrie died and officially closed the case in the eyes of the justice system. Underscore 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 underscore. Clipboard 4. Prevention of Future Deaths Report. Safety reforms recommended. Following the inquest, Suffolk Senior Coroner Nigel Parsley issued a Prevention of Future Deaths (PFD) report aimed at reducing the risk of similar incidents. Warning: key safety issues identified. Poor visibility inside large waste bins, meaning workers couldn't see if someone was inside. No sensors or alarms in bins or lorries to detect human presence. A faulty or missing bin locks that allowed easy access. A lack of training for bin lorry drivers and loaders on how to check bins safely. Hammer and wrench recommendations. Waste management companies like BIFA were urged to improve bin design and locking mechanisms. Explore thermal or weight sensors in bins. Introduce pre-lift safety checks. Consider public education campaigns about the dangers of entering bins. These reforms were aimed at preventing similar deaths, particularly among vulnerable populations like rough sleepers and intoxicated individuals. Underscore 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 underscore. Dove 5. Corrie officially declared dead. Following the inquest, Corrie McKeague's death was formally registered in March 2022, nearly 6 years after his disappearance. This provided legal closure for his family, although his body was never recovered. Underscore 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 underscore. Endero's summary table. Event details. Inquest dates March 7 to 22, 2022. Jury conclusion: Corrie died from compression asphyxia inside a bin lorry. Time of death estimated at 4:20 a.m., September 24, 2016. Coroner's report called for reforms to bin safety, visibility, and locking. Death registration: Corrie officially declared deceased in March 2022. This inquest brought a formal and legal resolution to one of the UK's most high-profile missing persons cases, though the emotional weight for Corrie's family remains, especially due to the absence of physical remains.